Good evening, everybody. Today is 9/11, 2019. New Comic Book Wednesday. Welcome to Not Near Mint. Hello, everybody. I'm Rob Wurst, and it's good to see you all today. Well, today is 9/11. Anybody that's been alive a little bit longer than 18 years might remember today as a very traumatic day in our country. 19 assholes decided to hijack some planes and, well, we responded in kind just like in World War II. Our parents might have been the greatest generation. Well, so is this generation. Now, I'd like to thank you for anybody that was first responder, police, military, Air Force, anybody that went to serve for our country. Thank you, so that we may be able to collect the comic books that we so love. Let's jump over the chat room. Hello, Lady Fantastic. Good to see you joining. In fact, this weekend will be an auction for Lady Fantastic along with Shortbox Padawan. If you got an opportunity to go to their last auction, they've only had one thus far. It was fun, it was fantastic, and unlike some people that wind up doing auctions where you can definitely tell that they are emergency dumping, these ladies like to have fun, and boy are they good. I wind up laughing a lot. They will be on, let's see here, it is 9/14, that is this Saturday at 8 p.m. Otherwise, let's see here. This is my third episode, so thank you for joining me. Thank you, new subscribers. This is just a short video, hopefully today, because earlier this morning I was in Key West for a hearing that never happened. I drove 3.5 hours for nothing, but I did get paid, which is exactly how I afford comics. Now, if you remember me from last week talking about Batwing issue number 19 that started spiking from $10, $25, $50, sales have been going all the way to about $150 for the two. Now, Take the Time Collectibles, he winds up running a good portion of Phil's comic book shop over in Margate, Florida. Do check out Phil's Comics. He was the one that wound up getting me the Batwing 19, the 20 I'm picking up on Saturday. That's the book that you're seeing right here. Let's go and jump to that. That's this book right here. Now, I told you last week that hopefully I would be able to pick this up for maybe $1 in a dollar box. That didn't happen. So I paid a little bit more, but I do know that the print run is a bit high. So let's jump back over to here, and I have a question for you. How much did you spend today? Last week I was talking about murdering off some of my pull list. That didn't happen. So, why don't we get to it? What is in the briefcase? Now, I wound up today finishing off a run that I've been working on for the last 2 years. Y'all have seen the Infinity Gauntlet, or rather, Infinity War. I finally picked up all the Silver Surfers, so the last two I had to pick up came in today. So let's get to the books. Now, this is my full pull list this week, including about 5 books that I wound up picking up as well. Now, about a couple months back, I hit the Miccosukee auction that they have down here in South Florida. Orlando runs it. It's the last Saturday of the month. If you are down here in Miami, do check it out. He holds it every month. Lots of dollar boxes, lots of long boxes, lots of graded books. And, well, I wound up picking up issue number 1 of Madame Xanadu. I thought I was picking up this, which I finally have. It's not a high-grade copy, it's a mid-grade copy, but I'm finally glad to have it in the collection after I finally picked up the right one. Key Collector app, thank you for all the help in figuring all this out. The covers look very close. Let's jump over the chat room. Hello, Mr. Leo Marquez. Good to see you again. I'm going to go ahead and throw these books on in. And at the very end, I'll show you what Lady Fantastic got to me from the last auction and a little trade that we had and we're speaking about over the weekend. So let's put all the books in. Wow, this is heavy. This little area here, I just mean tilt the box a little bit so that way the glare isn't in. And you'll see it actually kind of works once I get it in the screen, and then I can jump on over to full screen and go one by one. Now, Key Collector this week did have a mistake, and people are paying for it online. I will go through and let you know what that mistake is, but let's start getting through with the books. And hope no more start falling away. I'm going to jump on over to the full screen. Well, that's just me, and no one wants to see that. There we go. Okay, so Doorway into Nightmare, issue number 1. It's a mid-grade copy. You can see the corner right here is, well, it's a little bit bitten off. So that's the first issue that I wound up picking that was separate from the rest. Now, I need to tell you, I did not read any books today because sometimes we just never have time to get around to it. But that's what the weekend's for. Unfortunately, it is my boss's 50th birthday party, so I will not be able to attend the auction, but I will be popping in here and there. Now, this Rose and Thorn issue number 4 is an Adam Hughes cover. I saw another YouTuber talking about it earlier this week. It might have been Sam I Am. I could be wrong, but this is an Adam Hughes cover. The only reason I picked it up, aside from the bondage, which is hot, yeah, that's primarily why I picked it up. Now, this is lower print run. This is Gail Simone, early 2000, I believe 2004, and Rose and Thorn was mentioned in last week's The Doomsday Clock, so if there is going to be a likely issue that would get any kind of heat, this would be the one. I mean, just look at that cover. I hope you like BDSM, which actually stands for Bondage, Sadism, or wait, no, BDSM, Bondage, Discipline, and Spider-Man. Only does. Moving on to the next one, I am rounding out my Saga collection. I've picked up every single issue as they came out, but there was a time where I was poor and I was homeless. So I was picking up books when I could, and well, these two lapsed. Issue 23 and issue 24 of Saga. And I'll be able to read those finally. I'm only missing issue number, what was it? I believe it's 44 is the last one, and then maybe I'll do a video on those. Also picked up the last 2 issues of Silver Surfer I was missing, so I'll also do a video on that, issue 56 and 57. Now, I don't have the issue 81 or 82. For me, I don't care. That's some spec crap that does not matter to me. Speaking of which, since I was told by Donnie Cates on his Instagram, his YouTube, you should be picking up all those extracurriculars on the Venom and the Absolute Carnage series, I guess I just have to. I doubt I will ever get around to reading this. I didn't even bother with the Deadpool. As a matter of fact, barring the first series of Deadpool and the Daniel Way written series, I have not read one issue of Deadpool, and I just wish I could get rid of all of them, minus the issue 98 of New Mutants. That's just me. I could be wrong. Amazing Spider-Man 29, 29. I still haven't read issue 28. Nick Spencer is killing me. I just wish they would change writers. Anybody. Issue number 10 of Captain Marvel. This would be the origin of Star. Now, we're going to be watching out for when they finally get to Dark Captain Marvel. Looking forward to that once it comes out. Could be issue number 11, could be 12. Who knows if it's a cameo or if a cameo is now a first appearance. Thanks, House and Powers of X, for getting us to argue about Incredible Hulk 180 again. Issue number 11 of Daredevil, continuing on the storyline with Detective Cole. I haven't read issue 11 yet, but I will be getting to it hopefully tonight or tomorrow. Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. I will probably not be getting around to reading this. I actually thought it was the next issue of Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, Leo, the tie-ins are killing me as well. Now, Invaders, this is another series that I have not gotten past the first issue reading. It's Chip Zdarsky. Everything that he writes is gold in my eyes. I loved Life Story Spider-Man. It was one of the best reads this year. Not one of the best Spider-Man stories, one of the best stories this year. When you get to issue 6 of Life Story, bring a box of Kleenex because you will be crying. Because face it, Tiger, you hit the jackpot. Ironheart, this would be the first appearance of Riri Williams' daddy. I have not read past the 3rd issue. I guess I'll wait till I get to issue 12 and I'll just binge out some of those. And I did like Eve Ewing's writing, so I'm looking forward to it, but so much comes out. It's just too huge of a stack. I don't know how we keep up. Now, this is my play of the week. I have not gotten around to reading it yet, like everything else. But in this issue, spoiler alert, this is the continuation from Spider-Man 2, or rather Spider-Man's 2, the miniseries that was written by Brian Bendis before he left to jump on over to DC. He wound up creating a evil Miles Morales. And in this book, evil Miles Morales, dun dun dun. Yeah, that's Ultimatum. First appearance of him in costume in this issue. Powers of X issue number 4. Continuing on from, well, I'm not going to comment on it. I'm just going to wait till I read it, and I'll comment on it once I read it. This is a fantastic story. Can't wait until we get a little bit more of, well, the end. I want to see how this is going to tie into New Mutants, which will probably be the most important of all of the new X-Men series, barring the main X-Men title. I doubt Fallen Angels is going to be something I'm going to be reading more than the first 6 issues. Why do I do this to myself? Issue 2 of Punisher Kill Crew. I have Skull Kill Crew. I don't know if this is still originating out from the War of the Realms series. I haven't read issue 1. I don't think I'm going to be reading it at all. Silver Surfer Black number 4, The Origin of Galactus. We get to see a young baby Galactus without his helmet. So much of this young stuff in Donnie's work. I don't know if it's young baby Thanos, young baby Galactus. Maybe we'll have baby everything. Maybe we should just jump on over to Fearless because that's where we're having the X-Babies. King Thor issue number 1. I did not pick up the variant this week. I wish I could remember the name. Oh, God, it was on the tip of my tongue earlier. It's a 1 in 10. I will be picking it up tomorrow from A&M Comics. But for today, I will settle with the regular cover. Serafino? Is that it? Venom issue number 18. As you'll see, I accidentally picked up 2 copies. So what I want you to do, if anybody wants this copy, how about you, in the comments section, tell me why you want this. It might be that you give it away to somebody. It might be that you're missing it. It might be that you don't have a job. Just let me know why you want it. And if I think that your answer's the best in the comments, I will inform you. I will ask for you to jump onto my Instagram at robworst_NNM or Rob Worst on Twitter. Direct message me, and I will get your address and send it to you in a Gemini mailer. I have not read this. This will be the issue that I send out. I have 2. Now, speaking of Key Collector Comics, earlier this week, we got a warning that Dylan was the one that destroyed the symbiote. That is not true. They don't have the journalistic standards of the Washington Post. I do not expect journalistic standards from a speculation app. What I do expect is perhaps some evidence before reporting, because as of right now, I will jump on over to my desktop. There we go. Here's my screen as you're seeing it now. We're going to jump on over to Key Collector Comic app, and down here we're going to just take a look. Venom, number 18. I think they wound up taking out all the little spoilers that they had inside there. But what wound up happening is they were saying that Dylan Brock was the one that destroyed the sleeper. They took some of the pictures, and they only got, I believe, 3 pictures. They took it down. But as a result, we jump on over to eBay. People have already been paying upwards of $14 for the regular edition. Right now, it's back down to about $8. But really the only key moment in this entire issue is that the maker winds up bonding with the symbiote. I haven't read the issue yet. I flipped through it and went, wow, how could you be so wrong? It's evidence. We wait for evidence, but some people, especially in news, they want to be first. I don't blame Nick on this, but in the future, this is something that one must consider. Your integrity. If your integrity is compromised just because you want to be first, people will not be looking at you as the rock-solid source to go to if they want spec information. They might have to jump on over to something like, where was that? Comic Books Heating Up. This was the website that wound up telling us earlier this week about the Venom number 18. As you can see in here, they will show you the pages, and it was wrong. They just got it wrong. It will happen from time to time. This is the speculation market. You got to be ready for this. So I'm done talking about this, but do your research. If they don't have the full book, it would be nice if, like, I'm a court reporter. I've been in front of a judge where she has said in a trial right at the beginning, it was a flower case. Flowers came in from overseas and exchanged so many hands to a wedding ceremony that they paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for. The flowers were all dead. They spent thousands. Who do they sue? The judge said right away, I know nothing about flower law, so litigators, you will have to fill me in. Once you fill me in, I can help guide along the case. We don't get that from Key Collector Comic Act. We just get, this is what was presented, not, we received these 3 pages, this is what we're going on, make your own decision. Going forward, things will have to change, otherwise, integrity. Back to the books. Jumping on over here to the phone camera. Next issue, Batman number 78. Now in this, we finally get the reunification of the Bat and the Cat. In this issue, finally after all this time, it happened in issue 50, we're now at 78, so it took 28 issues for this reconciliation. Looking forward to reading it. Also, especially after the quote-unquote death of Alfred. Alfred has died before. He died, stayed dead 10 years. They brought him back right before the TV series. No way in hell Alfred is staying dead. Catwoman issue number 15. This is one I will be jumping off of after this issue. It's not that I don't like the writing. It's not that the covers aren't great. This is Art Germ's Stanley Lau's final cover for Catwoman. I just don't have a reason to continue reading it. I'll probably wind up putting almost, if not all of them, up on eBay or Instagram, something. Now we have Detective Comics 1011. I gotta start reading back on from issue 1000. I am behind. Issue number 4 of Event Leviathan. Please take Bendis off of Superman. Please. Issue 78 of The Flash. And I have something that I need to get off my shoulders. Among the other things are the fact that, well, I have 78 issues of this run. I haven't read more than the first issue. I just have every issue of Flash since about 1981. 2 issues a month. I can't keep up. This is what I'm saying about needing to cut books. But every time I'm afraid of doing it, things winds up happening. Like back when I went homeless, that was around the same time that Avenging Spider-Man number 9 and 10 came out. I have a 10. I never got a 9. Have a whole series. Don't have the one issue that anyone gives a crap about. Fun times. Do you wind up dropping something and risk possibly having a whole run of crap only to miss out on that one issue? Or do you just watch Key Collector and hope for the best? Might wind up doing that in the future. This is just the new market. If I can't keep up with the reading, I'm probably just going to wind up looking at the new book 18 hours a day. I don't know about you finding time to do it. My time is scarce, which is why I only put out one of these videos a week. Once I finally get some more time during the weekend, I'll produce some more. Like how to use a press, how to clean a comic book. I've been getting better at that. I have the tools for it. And perhaps next week or over the weekend, I'll show you my dental tools and how I press a book now. Reggie's been doing it. I do it a different way. I was meaning to put this one back. This one, what is this? It's filler. I mean, I'm sorry to Orlando writing it. It's filler. I'm going to be giving this away or probably dumping it in a dollar box. Jumping on back. Issue number 1 of The Riddler. This one has been getting middling reviews. Maybe I'll read it, maybe I won't. You're the villain. Let's see if that sticks in any sort of form. Here's another title I'll be jumping off of. Wonder Woman, issue number 78. G. Willow Wilson is leaving the title after the next couple of issues. I don't know who's taking over. It's not going to be Jen Bartel probably doing covers anymore. As far as I'm concerned, this story's just been middling after she decides to leave the book. If the creator doesn't care, neither do I. But that's just me. I'm not telling anybody how to collect or how to read. Now, this is another series that I want to jump off of because I can't get into it very much. But damn, that John Boy Peters cover is fantastic. Back when I was an artist, this looked very much like my style. Too bad I broke my neck, and no more drawing. Hit Girl issue number... You know what, I don't care. I'm probably going to jump off that too. Same with Kick-Ass. Haven't read any issues at all from this series, but I have every issue of Kick-Ass. Why do I do this to myself? The Mall has actually been pretty fun. I haven't read issue 4, but for a series about a group of kids where their parents are some criminal underworld and they run operations in a mall where everything's in the back of the store, and then they figure out how things really work. And this kid is turning into a little Michael Corleone. Once this becomes a movie, look out, this is a good story. Scout's been killing it. Oblivion Song. I haven't read past the 3rd issue, but I have every issue. Why am I doing this to myself? Should probably just get rid of it. Coming towards the end, Reaver issue number 3. The 2nd issue is okay. Perfectly good. But not catching me. I'm going to give it to issue 3. Maybe I'll leave it till 6, just so I have a set to sell. And the last one, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And I haven't read it. Can't tell you anything about it. So, let's move on to the next part of my video. And that would be, actually, let's put this one over instead. Not that one. I gotta get better at this. Alright. So, during that auction that I was telling you about, well, during this auction, it was for Lady Fantastic, who is having that auction this weekend. It's at 8 p.m. Do check it out. These are some of the books that will be... Now, this is what I got. I don't know what you might get, but here's just an example. As I open it, I already cut the tape so I can make it a little easier. I told Caroline I'd be doing this. Now, I do remember there are some scissors back here. So let's do this in a way where I'm not going to destroy anything. Always cut away from yourself. Alright, let's see what we got. Now, we did a trade and we also did the auction. Let's see which ones these are. So she packs them really nice. So do not be afraid when you order from her. She is good. She knows what she's doing. And you'll be getting it in a Gemini mailer most likely. If you haven't subscribed to Lady Fantastic and you're on this channel, first, how did you find me? And second of all, how did you not hear about Lady Fantastic? She is prolific. I look up to her. She posts seemingly at least once a day. I wish I could do that. I wish I had that time. Now, this is the trade that I wound up getting because I am a big Batman fan. Thank you again, Caroline, for these. Let's go through these and I'll show you. I got me a Batman 295. I got me a Batman 501. Newsstand. Not bad. Alright, we also got an issue 502. This is around the time when I went to college. And well, I had to start picking books, so I decided to stick with the Vertigo line. So I have all of my Sandmans, all my Preachers, all my Y the Last Mans. Most of my superhero stuff I don't have. Batman 508, Batman 507, Batman 509, Batman 512. And next week I'll be showing you a origin of Deadman that I wound up picking up on eBay. Hopefully that comes in by the weekend. But when she showed this video last week, or yeah, 3 days ago, she showed this one book. Now I'm putting together a Warlock collection because I am very much guessing that Keanu Reeves will probably be this guy. Now I have so when people are saying, hey, let me show you all my top books, they're all right behind me because I got most all these this year if they're more than 30 years old. So here I have the first appearance of him, beater copy. I have the first cameo in issue number 67 of Fantastic Four. This one was sent to me by, I believe, Whodat. I could be wrong. I hope not. I have issue 156, first full appearance of him. Probably a 5 or 6. Issue 166, the continuation of the story. I have the Hulks that I put away. The Marvel Premiere issue number 1 featuring Warlock I wound up picking up a while back. And now, because of Lady Fantastic, thank you so much. Here is an example of what you can look out for during her auction on Saturday. Issue number 1. Now I only need to get issues 2 through 8. And there's the last issues of old-timey Warlock I'm looking for. Now here are the ones that I wound up getting from her auction. And I did cut this so I can make it not last like 20 minutes opening these damn things. And this is what I won during auction, and I was pretty judicious in my choosing. And wow, she really taped this up well. So this might take more than a couple seconds. Let's see, it's saran wrap, and if you're mailing anything to Florida ever, this is a great idea to do because it rains. Sometimes they will throw it right in the yard, and that Near Mint book is no longer Near Mint. So while I'm opening this up, how about I jump over to the chat and see how everybody's doing? So we have Leo Marquez, we have Comic Book Lurkers, maybe Perry's in the channel, and perhaps he's lurking, and I am not looking at his channel. I don't want to have another paradox like my first test video, where I'm looking and I see on the screen, holy crap, he's actually lurking on me! So I jump over to the screen, and the universe imploded, we're all dead, and this is a simulation right now. When you're watching me, this is a simulation. No, it didn't glitch, I'm kidding. So, we're going to be having, in just a short bit of time, Donny Cates doing Spider Island, and knowing that information when I saw this cover pop up on Lady Fantastic's auction, I just had to have it. Now, this is a variant cover. It's a play on the Venom Island from the Amazing Spider-Man series, and I am looking forward to rebagging and boarding this and filing away. Because I have so many issues of Baby Teeth, the entire series, what I don't have is the Free Comic Book Day. So now I have Free Comic Book Day, Baby Teeth, issue number 1. This is likely to be turned into a movie. I do believe it has been optioned. It's like The Omen. It's creepy. It is good. Oh, and this was because I guessed right, because not only am I a comic nerd, I am a film nerd. The question was asked, and I'm going to just jump over to the chat room to ask the same question. Let's see if any of you know this. What movie is this cover depicting? Actually, how about this? First person that gets it right that's not Lady Fantastic, I might wind up doing a giveaway. I don't want to become one of these channels where you come and watch me just to give stuff away, because then you do it, you thumbs down. I'm not a giveaway person. I don't really enter auctions, or rather enter contests, just because there's so many of you. I would rather pay for my books and know that I got them and earn them. It's just me. I don't want to feel like I have to owe anybody. Anybody get... Oh, it's Leo. Leo with The Exorcist. That is correct. I really do love this cover. It's from June of 1989, and this is a fantastic looking cover. I love this. Thank you again, Lady Fantastic. War of the Realms. This is the first print of the new series. This is one of those spec things, and I am kind of hoping that now that Champions is over, that Kamala Khan will likely be joining the new Agents of Atlas. It was always led by one of the Genghis Khan family members. Kamala Khan's last name is Khan. I'm just connecting dots. It could be wrong. Now, I don't have a ton of old Spider-Man, so when she threw this up, I just had to have it, especially when I finally get to the issue that comes right after this that will cost substantially more. Issue 128 of Amazing Spider-Man, I just don't have it, so I got it. Thank you. And this was the prime book that I wanted more than anything else in that auction, because I have a lot of Daredevil. I have the entire run of Frank Miller. I have the first appearance of Bullseye. What I don't have is when the title switched to Daredevil and Black Widow. And it happened right before this. And since Black Widow is now becoming a new movie, might as well pick up some of those key issues. So, in my travels in the last week or so, I came across a fellow YouTuber. It would be like watching Rod the Rican and not seeing him with the fedora. Sometimes you recognize people by the things they wear. That's just me. So today I'm wearing my suit because I got home late and I didn't get a chance to read a damn thing. So I want to do a couple shout-outs to some of the people that have influenced me. The Boy Who Had 7, if you have never watched any of his videos, he shows you how I intend to collect. While other people like the slab, their grades, I just want the book. Because while you might spend $15 just to send it in, however much after it costs over a certain amount, if I'm spending $100, $200, $300, $500 on grading, I could get another book. Why would I send something in for a grade where I can go, oh, well, this is going up in price, but I got to get this graded because I want to sell over here. I just want the book. If I spend $500 in grading, I might not be able to pick up something like this. Yeah. Or, well, this one I've had in my collection for about 30 years now. It's in awful condition. But I will give it this I will probably make an attempt at pressing, despite the fact we have some serious color breaks there. So, that's about the end of the show. We are approaching the end. I don't want to go too long because I just want to have enough where I have something to say and not just be talking to talking. Because if I'm talking to talk, it means I run out of things to say. So a few shout-outs. Take the Time Collectibles. He's over at Phil's Comic Shop. Leo Marquez, it's good to know that you lived in South Florida, so you know how great a shop that is. I'd like to also shout out CJ East, 12th Avenue, Oakland Park, Florida, 33334. If you need to reach them, call him. His name is John, 954-566-7227. Again, the store's name is CJ's Comics. They're having a sale, half off a lot of books, 20% off a lot of toys. It's where I wound up picking up my Forever People issue number 1 just about a month ago. So I will be going on Friday. So now that you know I'm going, if you can beat me there, because I'm planning on bringing some money, because it's payday Friday. And I'm not going to get a chance to see Lady Fantastic's auction. And I feel bad about that. Also, yeah, that Batwing 19. It just goes to show Lizard Brain will sometimes win. Try and justify things in your mind, pro and con, before throwing out a lot of money. I will be picking up issue 20 at Phil's Comic Book Shop, hopefully on next week. Thank you so much. I hope to improve doing these videos. This is the 3rd one. I hope to be doing this every week at 10 o'clock, New Comic Book Wednesday. It is my favorite day of the week. It is the time where I don't want to kill myself. That sounded bad, but honest. Thank you very much. The time is now 10:39. I guess we've been going about 40 minutes now. Thank you. 9/11. Never forget. My name's Rob Worst. I hope to see you on Instagram and Twitter. Good night.